everybody.
Hi, Danny. How are you? Hey, everybody. Welcome to It's Time for a Recap. We are going to recap 5 episodes. We're skipping over Danny's because, it's about knuckle pucks and you can check it out. But we're going straight into talking about recapping some of these episodes because we did that last season and we want to kind of give ourselves a chance to actually appreciate some of the conversations that we got to enjoy, and it's a little bit of like an opportunity if you've enjoyed a few of them and you want to find some new episodes that you're interested in. Maybe this one will give you a way to preview them and go to something that piques your interest.
Inspire you to go watch or see.
Yeah, or watch or see or
watch
listen
or
to.
See. Wow.
But the first one we did after your episode was an interview with Eric Ugland, who is a first AC, and he also does 3D design of his own accessories and camera parts. He got to talk a little bit about prepping on the prep floor and how to deal with commercial prepping, where you're kind of, thrown into all kinds of different things all at the last second. Some things change so rapidly that you have to be very nimble. I thought that was really interesting.
He's a first AC, and you and I were both first ACs.
Indeed.
As well.
Yep. Pulling focus is a very challenging task. He discusses his approach to it, which is really cool. I mean, I really loved what he said about that. It was a little bit outside my understanding, and I got to learn something from him.
Yeah. Well, he also, he mentions you've been doing it for so long, and then you just kind of rely on muscle memory. It does become easier because obviously you're getting better at it, so it's going to be easier. But
yeah,
just the idea of just kind of like just letting go and understanding how a movie, TV show, commercial is later edited. You kind of have an understanding. You're like, I wasn't so great at that part, but that was not the most important part of that, or whatever. So you're kind of an editor's, you're an editor's brain.
Yeah.
At times,
Well, and how important it is to understand what the scene is about, right? And be able to give the attention to the things that are important in that scene. So reading the script is so critical for that regard.
Yes, being a storyteller, not a technician.
Right.
Gotta be both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Focus on the technical part while you're learning and getting that down so well that you can actually enjoy the creative part of it and the understanding the story.
Yeah. And he really is a wizard at that 3D CAD stuff, man.
Oh, I know. Yeah. I saw another video of your hat trick. Mm-hmm. I think you put a board on it. So you downgraded it, lo-fi, added some, Eric's probably busy. So you're kind of like, how can I update this thing? Let me add some wood.
I went back to the primitive state. I was like, I need a wood and a hammer.
You know what would make this hi-hat better if it was more like a hi-hat?
That's exactly what Eric said. He's like, you just turned it into a hi-hat. I'm like, well, for this particular, purpose, that is.
Well, it's a great tool, though. I mean, I can't believe how precise and how just polished the tool that the two of you made together was, because I think it does take that kind of, not to say that you don't have a lot of skills, but that
but I don't.
Ability in 3D applications to not only understand what it's going to be like in real life, but be able to kind of represent it in 2 dimensions.
Yeah.
And think about things as you're manipulating them, as you're moving them. So you can kind of make a mistake in person. Like you can do something and go, oh, wait, I need to do it this way or that way. But to see it as it's represented visually and, in a digital world is maybe a little bit harder, because you can look at something digitally and be like, it's perfect,
Right.
So
yeah, that was, I mean, and we talk about that, right? The 3D printing aspect of it. It's like, that is a quick solution to put something physical in your hand
Right.
after you designed it. But even then, with the hat trick, we did make a prototype, and we got it, and I think like on our second kind of run of machining in its prototype stage, we started going into like smoothing out edges, and like it went from, okay, now we have something that works, so now let's work on making it, like you said, a little more polished,
perfecting it,
aesthetically pleasing. So
well,
stuff's crazy, man.
It's a good episode, and I think it's something worth checking out. The Eric Ugland Zen Gifts Presents is the name of that episode. And then we did another episode with Brian Cruz, who's an actor.
Cruising for rehearsal.
Yes, and he's an actor and influencer, and he has been working for, I think, 17 years in the business, maybe longer. But yeah, it was a great conversation because I feel like Brian has a ton of energy. He's a host, you know, and so we kind of we're like, oh, we gotta up our game. We gotta keep up with this guy, you know. Like he was
put us to shame.
Yeah, exactly.
He really did.
I mean, he showed up with a tie, right? And we were we're like, oh gosh.
His video popped up, and there's a background, and he's dressed, and the lighting is nice, and I'm just like, oh man.
Yeah.
Like right now, it's just a blank wall.
It's just blur. It's just you're in a void, and
yeah. Thank God for the blur function on the Zoom, the Meet, the Google Meet, whatever.
Yeah, but Brian was he's funny, and he's got a lot, like his brain for media is pretty amazing. He knows so much about what's going on, and he stays plugged in. But I think what he at the time he was running for SAG president, and that didn't work out, but he did have a good showing, and he'll probably stay. I'm sure he's going to stay involved. I talked with him about that a little bit after, and he's going to be keeping him on task, making sure that the representation is actually serving the community and the people who are in SAG. So I don't know. It's great to see kind of somebody with that like perspective who is a working actor and does know what it takes to be a good stand-in, a good rehearsal actor, and then brings a seriousness to it. Because in the episode, I think we brought up the fact that like maybe there should be a point person in that second team that is leading and showing, you know, setting a high bar, a high standard for the rehearsals and for actually constructing that scene before the actor shows up. To perfect it and get it in the can. So, but trying to do what they do, like actually mimicking the exact ways they did things and carrying and writing it down, taking notes. It helps the second AC too, right? It helps the people who are placing marks and actually even the on-set dresser, like understanding the physical space of something and what it takes to do that. That's all really hard to figure out when you're just kind of like, okay, you saw the rehearsal, there was nobody here, it was just the actor and the director. Maybe sometimes they even like have a camera. I know during the pandemic, it was very like fly on the wall at best, and you know, you bring the entire crew in there to watch, and sometimes you limit the rehearsal itself too, so I get it. But then once you bring all the gear in, the lights, it changes. You know, it's really, you have to figure out a new way to actually do that scene. And sometimes the physics of it can be really a project in itself. So we talk a little bit about that in that episode, and it's a good one.
What are your thoughts on Peter Berg's approach to filmmaking?
What's that?
Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
He does not he doesn't allow his operators. I may be speaking I hope I'm right. I've worked with him on a commercial before, and I did see this, but he doesn't let the operators really see a rehearsal if there is one. he just likes the cameras to be free roaming and catch it as it comes, and he doesn't like.
It sounds like
He does.
reality TV. That's
Yeah.
my perspective on that.
So you don't
Sounds
like
like
it,
there's
huh?
not a lot of intention or design involved.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sounds like let's Pollock this thing together and move it on. Anyway, that's not to diminish fantastic artists, but hey, I saw somebody doing another Pollock the other day. So okay, on to the next episode. Marcus Ubungen, a director.
Wait, you forgot to mention that we were on cruise control ourselves.
We were on cruise control. That's true. That's the show. I forgot to mention that.
Yeah.
In that episode with Brian, cruise in for rehearsal. Brian does his own show on YouTube and on TikTok, I think, called Cruise Control. He also has another one, Kicking It with Cruise, where it's
Really?
like just one-on-one. It's pretty good. I did it, and
Gosh.
it was actually a really nice format because there wasn't as much kind of like, back and forth with everybody. It was just him and I. But yeah, Danny and I did an episode of Cruise Control, and we promoted our podcast, and it was fun. It was actually really neat. We did this little, what was it, race against the time bomb to to talk about our hot takes on things that we had not thought about or understood.
I am
hard,
not
man.
good. And I'm not good in that situation because I'm like, I don't even know if I'm qualified to speak on this.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? But it's cool. It's a fun little thing to kind of poke fun at yourself.
And he does that like all the time. I think he has three shows a week, and he is airing segments from the shows every day.
Yeah.
So he's got material coming out every day, which is really pretty cool. And he stays on the pulse of what's going on, and it's good. It's a good way to get entertainment news. But the next episode we did was with Marcus Ubungen, director and large format photographer, reframing large losses. That was a really special but heavy episode. It was about some pretty extreme things that we lived through the beginning of this year, right? The Altadena fires, the I guess that was the name of the fire was the Eden fire. The and as well as the Palisades fires, which was, I can't remember what that one was, what the fire was called, but there were 2-3 other fires at the same time. I mean, the entire city was under siege. Even Ventura County had fires, either at the same time or right after. I can't remember.
Well, there's one up in Santa Clarita area.
Yeah.
I don't know what the damage was on that. And then Hollywood.
Yeah, it was wild.
Right on, like right above Sunset, the hills there were on fire.
And that's a good reminder that the Santa Ana winds have just changed so dramatically. They've increased their speed, which is what really is the X factor in that whole situation. Because the fire teams here are world class. I mean, these are people who I think I read that they went to help, and they're incredible people. I mean, the sacrifices that they're making and the risks that they're taking for us on our behalf is just unbelievable. But I think I read that they went to help when Australia was on fire years ago. And there's so many places around the world that are struggling with these problems. I think, was it France that had some wildfires recently?
I'm not familiar with that one.
Yeah, it's happening way, in places that you never expect it to. It's not just Siberia or, Canada, the Canadian Yukon. It's like places where there's some serious city centers, like population centers is what I was trying to grab for. But it's not something that we can just kind of go, oh, glad we got through that. It's like we actually do need to be thinking about this stuff. But Marcus's episode was more than just about that. It was actually about his incredibly positive and I think just what's the word?
Well, he took a bad situation and made it what the best he could out of it. You know, I don't want to speak for him, but I'm sure he has a lot of heartbreak, obviously.
Right.
But he still took that opportunity to tell a story about, you know, I guess ordinary people who had an extraordinary loss,
Yeah.
and telling a story about like a crazy story about these normal people
and his
lost
neighbors,
their homes.
you know,
And
like the community of it. I think kind of finding a way to not just isolate and deal with your own issues, but to branch out and reach out. And I really appreciated that about it. Just the fact that it wasn't only a personal struggle. It was a community that needed to come together in order to get through this together. And part of it is just processing it all. Like, it's wild.
It is wild. You know, did you hear about the guy who, I don't even want to say this, I'm going to say it though. Did you hear about the guy who flew his drone into the plane? The water dropper?
I heard about that while it was happening, actually. And that's the kind of thing where you're just kind of like, there are people who are, I mean, he mentioned somebody who showed up and was trying to, an opportunist who was trying to take advantage of the situation. And there are people, I think, I want to give them the benefit of the doubt. Like, they're not all bad people or anything. They're just probably not thinking through the fact that these are horrific tragedies, and you need to be sensitive.
Yeah. Stay out of the way.
Stay out of the way. Let the fire teams do their professional work, and they know why they're not flying, or they know why they are flying. They know what they're doing. And the last thing we should be doing is getting in their way, you know? I mean, you hear that siren, pull over. And in the same way, if there's something crazy like that happening, don't fly a drone. Oh my gosh, that's the dumbest thing to do. It's even the professional media crews are restricted in what they can do to cover that during those times too.
Right.
Because you don't want mass panic to actually add to the problem either. So there's a certain amount of communication that needs to be dialed in for those times. So, but yeah, that was crazy. You can
buy a print.
Yeah, you can buy prints from Marcus to help the cause and to help the, I think, help some of the people heal through this tough time. So yeah. So that one is reframing large losses, and it really is pretty special what Marcus did to find a constructive way to deal with this thing that is really, really hard to deal with. Hard to even begin.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Operating mini paints.
Yes.
From our friend Aaron
Marquette.
Not to be confused with Aaron Smith.
Different Aaron.
Yeah, different guy.
Aaron Marquette, camera operator, figurine painter, or miniatures painter. I think it actually probably should say. I think he corrected us on that. But yeah, I know. It's a lot of details.
Okay.
His episode is really cool because we talk about the transition from film to digital. We talk about kind of like he actually was working out here when I met him and moved to New Mexico for more opportunity to buy a house and get involved with the industry there. And it's growing. You know, there's incredible landscapes and a lot of incredible crew and talent there as well. But I think the adapting to use kind of hidden skills was a really cool part about that episode, because he had this skill that he needed to grow in order to do it professionally, but he never thought of it as like a professional skill. He thought of it as just like a hobby.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, airbrushing, like I've seen them do it with t-shirts in Venice or whatever, but I didn't know it was really like a fine skill. Like, I thought it was more of kind of like a broad thing. I didn't realize the way he's doing it and the way he's like representing light through it is pretty amazing. I mean,
the representing light aspect of it all is so crazy to me because
Yeah.
I'm like you. It's like, okay, is the jacket red? Sure, there would be some like distress on the jacket, so we're gonna make a little, darker tone here to show dirt or whatever. But he's talking about like light and shadow on
Yeah.
a figurine,
Yeah.
that is already creating shadow from the light.
Well, and
It's
the shine, like he adds like he has like on his website you can see or on his Instagram you can see some of these like it's like glinting silver shadow,
right. Yeah.
reflections, all kinds of things that you're just like, wait, that's not real. That's painted. It's really pretty
Right.
impressive stuff.
Yeah, it's cool.
So it's a good episode. He talks a lot about the kind of mentorship end of things, as well as just adapting and learning how to not compartmentalize your skill sets, but to reach into different places that you're not always willing to blend. But
Yeah, super smart.
yeah,
Um,
that one's Operating Mini Paints, and it's really good. And then the last one that we're going to talk about on this recap is Jackie Moonves, camera assistant and cinematographer, and
comedian.
Yeah, she's just a fun person who's always making, brightening the situation or bringing a smile to my face and other people around her. I think she's pretty special, rare talent too, because what I didn't realize in that episode, she talks about how she didn't want to do any still images. Like she wasn't kind of as focused on like, let's get this frame right. Like she's very much about the motion and about the changes and things adapting and moving, which makes a lot of sense if you get to know her at all. She's kind of like a nonstop. Everything's always moving and changing, and so I think that lends itself a little bit to the documentary world too, where you have to be very quick to adapt to what is happening and what might emerge in the moment. Which she talks a little bit about some documentaries, also some short films, some unique short films that she did and is doing. But
I love Jackie.
yeah, Jackie's great and very just a fun one. She was a joy to have on the podcast. So check that one out, especially if you're interested in supporting female cinematographers too, because I think the industry itself has not been as inviting and welcoming to women in the camera department, and that's something that we're hoping we can kind of be a part of that change and broaden out who belongs here. It's everybody who wants to be here, and it takes everybody kind of recognizing that we all bring our unique personality to the jobs that we do, and that makes you uniquely qualified to tell that story. So
yeah, I'm excited to see her bullet cam experimental film with like every single different format,
matrix style thing. Yeah
yeah.
Well, and I feel like it's a little bit like eclectic, right? Like it lends itself to something that isn't as uniform and polished as we're often kind of trying to go for with a commercial or whatever. But it's actually a little bit more I don't know. Yeah.
You touched on a point there, the kind of like the messier style of filmmaking.
Yeah.
The bullet cam thing that she's doing is definitely, it's messy intentionally because she's using different cameras, for that specific effect.
Mm-hmm.
But like there's a trend happening right now in social media where it's like we're going back to messier pictures and video, Like
Oh,
people
yeah.
are not interested in the polished,
Yeah.
look anymore. And it's so weird because I've never been good at it, but I try to be a little better at it with like the Knuckle Puck page and the way
Well,
you can like edit and shoot on this social media app, Instagram in particular, and when you edit it in Reels and you watch it back and you're like, this is engaging. It's all crap, but it's like something is happening there where you're just like, because I'll watch those videos 3 times over because I don't know, they're short. You add a little bit of music to it and it's like very spontaneous, and
so you're
I
saying
don't
that
know. It's hard.
our low res meat cam has got a place in the
We
new media?
we got a shot, dude. We
All
got a
right,
chance.
all right. Because we were worried about this. We're just using our laptop,
You're
camera,
right. Yeah.
and it's not not what we're used to. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa, good focus pull there,
Yeah.
bro.
I was thinking.
Yeah, that's good. That's real good. I think what's cool about it really is just a reminder that everything is
Speaking of reminders,
preferential, right? It's like people, if you bring something to it, if you make it mean something, if you want it to be intent, if you use intent, positive intention to say like, this is what I want from this, it's usually more productive than saying it's not going to work, it'll never work, like
right.
I need something better or whatever. There's a lot of people doing a lot of great stuff all around the world with the meager means that they might have at their disposal, and that story deserves to be told because it belongs to them. And the more we can kind of branch out of our polished perfection expectations, the better.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we're halfway through the season.
Yeah, and that's why we wanted to do a recap.
5.
So go back and check some of these episodes out. They're all live, and then also, of course, we've got season 1 up there as well. Anywhere you get your podcasts, Spotify, Apple, or YouTube, or any of the other places.
Crankle.
Yeah.
Yeah, Crankle, the new.
Is that something? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
All right.
The new
podcast
platform, Crankle.
Great. Well, check us out, and I hope you will enjoy some of these episodes as much as we did, because there's so many incredible professionals working in different trades that are really kind of inspiring us and inspiring, hopefully, new filmmakers every day. So thanks, guys. This has been a recap with Aaron and Danny.
This has been a recap.
Yeah. We'll talk to you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
If you like what you heard, subscribe to Scene Change wherever you get your podcasts.
Tune in every Tuesday and check out our Instagram at Scene Change Pod.